For centuries, the Qing Dynasty stood as a colossus, a beacon of imperial power and cultural splendor. Its vast empire seemed unshakable, its traditions deeply rooted. Yet, beneath this magnificent facade, the foundations were slowly, irrevocably beginning to crack. By the mid-19th century, internal pressures mounted. Corruption plagued the bureaucracy, a soaring population strained resources, and recurring famines fueled widespread discontent. The empire's traditional strengths became its vulnerabilities. The West's insatiable demand for Chinese goods led to a trade imbalance. To correct this, British merchants flooded China with opium, creating widespread addiction and draining silver from the imperial treasury, sparking a crisis. China's attempts to suppress the illegal opium trade ignited conflict. The First Opium War exposed the Qing military's severe technological inferiority against modern British naval power, a humbling and brutal reality. The resulting Treaty of Nanjing marked a turning point. China was forced to open treaty ports, cede Hong Kong, and pay hefty indemnities. It inaugurated an era of unequal treaties, eroding Qing's sovereignty and pride. Amidst growing despair, a charismatic visionary named Hong Xiuquan emerged. Claiming to be the younger brother of Jesus Christ, he preached a radical ideology of equality and land reform, inspiring millions of desperate peasants. This fervent movement erupted into the Taiping Rebellion, one of history's bloodiest civil wars. It ravaged 17 provinces over 14 years, claiming an estimated 20 to 30 million lives, shattering the social fabric. Though eventually suppressed, the Taiping Rebellion profoundly weakened the Qing central government. It forced the rise of regional armies led by Han Chinese officials, fragmenting imperial authority and power. Even as China struggled internally, external pressures persisted. The Second Opium War saw Anglo-French forces invade, leading to the infamous looting and burning of the magnificent Old Summer Palace, a profound national trauma. In response, the Qing initiated the self-strengthening movement. It aimed to adopt Western military technology and industrial methods while preserving Confucian values. However, corruption and conservative resistance limited its ultimate success. China's weakness was further exposed in the Sino-French War over Vietnam. Despite some initial resistance, the Qing ultimately lost control of its traditional tributary state, confirming France's imperial ambitions in Southeast Asia. Japan, having rapidly modernized, now challenged China's long-standing influence over Korea. The clash of these two Asian powers, one rapidly ascending and the other in decline, set the stage for inevitable conflict. The First Sino-Japanese War proved a catastrophic defeat for the Qing. Japan's modern army and navy utterly outmatched China's, shattering the myth of Qing military strength and exposing its deep-seated institutional weaknesses. The Treaty of Shimonoseki was another humiliating blow. China ceded Taiwan and the Liaodong Peninsula to Japan, recognized Korean independence, and paid a massive indemnity, further carving up its sovereignty. In a desperate attempt at renewal, the young Emperor Guangxu launched the 100 Days Reform. He sought radical institutional and educational changes, aiming to modernize China from within and strengthen the empire. However, conservative forces, led by the formidable Empress Dowager Cixi, quickly crushed the reforms. Guangxu was imprisoned, and the progressive changes were reversed, signaling a fatal resistance to necessary modernization. Growing anti-foreign and anti-Christian sentiment culminated in the Boxer Rebellion. This peasant movement, believing in spiritual protection from bullets, targeted foreign missionaries, converts, and Western infrastructure across China. The Boxers, with clandestine Qing support, laid siege to foreign legations in Beijing. This provoked an international response. An 8-nation alliance of foreign powers intervened to protect their citizens and interests. The Boxer Protocol imposed crippling indemnities and allowed foreign powers to station troops in Beijing. It was a final, devastating humiliation for the Qing, cementing foreign dominance and further eroding national pride. In a last-ditch effort, the Qing initiated further reforms, including plans for a constitutional monarchy. But these changes were too slow, too limited, and too late to appease a populace increasingly desperate for real change. Meanwhile, revolutionary movements gained momentum, particularly among overseas Chinese students and intellectuals. Figures like Sun Yat-sen advocated for a complete overthrow of the monarchy and the establishment of a republic. The spark came with the Wuchang Uprising in October 1911. A spontaneous revolt by disgruntled new army units quickly spread, prompting provinces across China to declare their independence from Qing rule. Faced with widespread defection and the establishment of the Provisional Republic of China, the last emperor, Huai, formally abdicated on February 12, 1912. This act ended over 2,000 years of imperial rule in China. The Republic of China was proclaimed, a monumental shift from empire to republic. While promising a new future, the transition was fraught with challenges, leading to decades of instability, warlordism, and civil conflict. The collapse of the Qing Dynasty was not merely the end of an empire, it was the birth pangs of modern China, a nation forever shaped by its struggle to find its place in a rapidly changing world.